All right. Welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, hosted by your man E. Brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Recently, we talked about our segment one was about WWE NXT review, heading towards Stand and Deliver. Our second segment was about AEW preview and what a lot of people could expect going toward AEW Dynasty in the early April. And we recently spoke about how the Attitude Era is back, according to Hall of Famer Bully Ray, Booker T, and most importantly, myself. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not that, conceited. Or am I? I'm just kidding. No, but anyways, we're going to move on to this women's WWE Women's Division. It's getting pretty heavy, honestly. Right now, if you're kind of heading into wrestling, you are absolutely excited about what's coming forth, what's kind of coming forward, sort of, for all these women to be absolutely noticed, which is kind of cool. Like I said, a good thing. I don't want to diminish the Attitude Era, but they didn't really treat women like they deserve to be treated. All right, I know this isn't like a politics, or this isn't like a podcast like that. But we got to call it what it is. Absolutely. The women's wrestlers back in the day, before the 19, no, not even 19. I remember still watching 2005 matches where, okay, no, let's not get into it. Let's focus toward the future. And the future is right in front of you and me. Look at that screen. Look at that screen. Look at those pythons. Honestly, I don't have muscles like that. I probably could never have muscles like that. Washboard abs and stuff like that. Jade Cargill, former AEW star, says there's going to be a big things on this upcoming SmackDown. So, as you know, as you're watching this right now, and you're going to watch SmackDown in the future, I think something big's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but Jade Cargill is going to be absolutely dynamite. How that's funny how AEW Dynamite, Dynamite, yeah. I'm just kidding. She's gonna be pretty good. She's gonna be pretty good. She's gonna put the WWE wrestling, women's division on notice. She's a former AEW TBS champion. She said, and I quote, she said, "I need y'all to watch this Friday." And oh man, that's crazy. Do you think she's better as a babyface or a heel? Honestly, I kind of think right now you kind of have that damage. I know a lot of people think she's going to join Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Bailey to fight Damage Control, but I don't see that happening. And even if it did, I see her turning her back on either Naomi or Bianca. I see something like that happening. It would be absolutely awesome to see Jade Cargill against Bianca. That'd be absolutely crazy and pretty dope. But honestly, I think the way she's coming in right now, and she's had a lot of injuries in the past, but she has something to prove. She really has something to prove. She's never really been within the WWE circuit before, so I think maybe she's been around all the other independent circuits, New Japan Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, AEW, and I'm not trying to say that WWE is kind of like the mecca or kind of like the major league, so to speak, but once when you get to this level, you kind of want to prove yourself. And I'm not saying this as a way for someone to like talk down to other superstars that are not WWE. It's just that once when you're in this position, WWE honestly has a lot more televised events, a lot more contracts, a lot more partnerships with like platforms like such as Peacock, growing to you have USA, you also have Fox, and growing to you have and Netflix that's gonna produce WWE shows. So the best way to kind of have yourself you know kind of just reflected through media and kind of be noticed is to be on WWE. And it kind of sucks to say, but that's just kind of how it is. But I don't know. I think Jade Cargill is going to be pretty dope. She was coached by Dustin Rhodes, Mark Henry, and also Brian Danielson. She had a reign of a 508-day reign for the TBS champion, which is the largest of all the AEW championship reigns. So that's something to take notice for. Also, TKO, like I said before, merged with WWE right around the time they signed Jade Cargill. So I don't know. For me, that's kind of like a foreshadow that I think they are preparing this girl to do absolute great things, and she absolutely deserves it. Absolutely. Like for me, a dream match, like as soon as she gets in, would probably be like a Jade Cargill match versus Bianca Belair in WrestleMania. If WWE Creative is doing that right now, where they're just building toward that at WrestleMania, that would honestly make me a pretty happy camper. I would restore faith in the wrestling community, especially after Monday Night Raw, where they had Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio rehash their rivalry, which didn't make sense. Wow. Just kind of like another match for eyes to see. But no, I don't know. I hope it's not like one of those things where they try to force it too much and it just doesn't seem riveting or just doesn't seem appealing to the fans. And I'm a fan. We all are fans. And like I said before, we all know when it just feels too pushed. Moving on. So like I said, she was in the 2024 Women's Royal Rumble match where, all right, she eliminated Becky. She eliminated Nia. She also eliminated Naomi. And she was in the match for a pretty long time. How does not how does that not make you think that she is destined for greatness in the WWE? I don't know. It's just crazy because I feel like I don't know, she's going to be absolute. She was teased on Fastlane October of 2023. And I think there's just going to build this momentum toward Jade Cargill. And I think she absolutely has worked for her. She deserves. And just it's going to be good for her career as well as the WWE's. So we have to look forward to. Last thing I kind of want to touch on is Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss hasn't been seen in action for a pretty long time. She hasn't wrestled since January of 2023, so about a year and 2 months. And Alexa Bliss was, she was good. She was very good. She played that heel. She had a baby face. She was tag team with Nikki Cross. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with her character and that kind of aspect. But Alexa Bliss, she took to X, which I don't know. I hate saying X. I hate want to saying Twitter, but she took to X, and Bliss said that she's back at it again. Back at it again. She showed wrestling gear. She said that she was working out. She's working with a trainer. She, obviously coming back from having a kid, you kind of need to be more determined and more just tenacious and than it was beforehand. Because when you have a baby, like, and me as a man, I can't honestly say this, but knowing my wife who has had a baby, it's hard to just get back into kind of like your your normal regiment. So that's why, you got to respect moms like Becky and Alexa and all these other WWE Bianca and all that. But I don't know. She has a potential for a WWE return at SummerSlam, which is in her home state, Ohio. So that could be possibly. I don't know how they would I would kind of see her going after Bailey because I know they have had like past feuds back in the day. So I can see kind of Alexa Bliss like going toward that. Also, she made an appearance on The Masked Singer, which is pretty cool. Like as a wrestling fan, I like seeing WWE wrestlers around. Like you see them on Sports Center, you see them on VH1, you see them on MTV. I remember when I was watching Larry King live and I saw Brodus Clay. I guess now Brodus Clay's like a politician like Jesse, Ventura, and I was like, oh my god! Like when you see them on TV, you automatically be like, What do they have to say? That's because they have that wrestling aspect of it. You have those wrestling, like, fans that just want to listen to you. And because you have been in the world of wrestling, a lot of people like, pay attention to that kind of stuff. But, anyways, she had a skin cancer scare, which is, not really, you know, which is not, it's, cancer is obviously like one of the biggest like killers here in the world, so it's like something to take pretty seriously. But she had a skin cancer scare, but announced days later that she was cancer free and she was undergoing a procedure. So thank God. That's pretty awesome. Like we love to see stuff like that, especially in the world of medicine where cancer could or just underlying conditions, just stuff like a pandemic like coronavirus. I don't know how many people have been affected by coronavirus, like family and loved ones just passing away because of it. Like it's not easy. It's absolutely not easy. Like stuff that's out of your control, like your body. Sometimes, people's bodies are, stronger than the other. They fight off infections better than the other. They have, antibodies or, and they're, it's highly unpredictable to kind of feel that I don't know, like you can't really feel like not I can't really, like say the word safe, but like I don't know, like anything can happen. Like we feel lucky we take life day by day. Life is a gift. Life is a gift. One day could be your last. One day it's not, but you never know. So live life to the fullest. Watch wrestling. I'm just kidding. That's not living life to the fullest. But for me, it is. Wrestling brings, happiness and joy to my life. And to be honest, if it was my last day on Earth, I wouldn't mind watching Cody Rhodes fight Roman Reigns. That'd be pretty dope. You know what I mean? But of course, I don't hope that never happens. The man upstairs. I'm sorry. I don't want to tempt you. But uh, I don't know. Alexa Bliss should come back to the ring, and I think she's on her way back too. So and also she revealed 2 months later that she had her first baby. She was pregnant and with Ryan Cabrera's baby. I never heard of that dude. But because she's Alexa Bliss's guy, now I've heard of that dude and now I care. And I know that's kind of weird because probably Ryan Cabrera's fans would be like, who's Alexa Bliss? Who's this girl? Wrestling? What? And I'd be like, dude, the other way around, dude. You're the outsider. You're the outsider. No, they had a baby. Her name's Hendrix. November 27th, she was born. So, as a father, a baby being born is absolutely like, it's a godsend. I'm happy to have my three babies, absolutely, and I'm blessed to have a woman who loves me, despite how much of a crazy and obnoxious and annoying wrestling fan I am. But I don't know, like that's just life, guys. So let's just all enjoy life. Let's just all love one another, be patient toward one another, and also watch some wrestling, some good old fashioned wrestling. All right. So, once again, thank you for tuning into the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast presented to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. Use that Superman punch, punch the like, punch the subscribe, punch the I want to see this loser keep talking and, keep, spilling his opinions and life lessons on us, but it really does make a difference. Leave a positive view of peace, love, and positivity, baby, all the way. So it does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram for more content and updates. Once again, like if you're not a huge wrestling kind of guy, we have football with Kenneth. We have basketball with my man Nelson. We have the Andrew Tate show where he's on there with Faith. We also have college sports with Thomas. I recently did a baseball podcast with my boy Sam, which was actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. Like we had like this like nice little like back and forth like conversation about the Dodgers, and we also have way too early playoff predictions where I predicted that my Los Angeles Angels will win the World Series. No, that would never happen. But no. But anyway, check out these podcasts, guys. We are like the GSMC Podcast Network is growing pretty fiercely and pretty fast. So don't miss a chance to just hop on this entertainment wagon. We are one of the biggest entertainment conglomerates in the podcasting world. So give us a shot. Once again, thank you for tuning into the Wrestling Laureate podcast.